Morning, guys.
Good morning.
How's jail?
Jail.
Not good, right? Wonderful. I hope it's absolutely miserable. 'Cause that's the idea to get. That's the idea to get people to get it, you know? Both of you guys are wanted from out-of-state jurisdictions. You want me to sit you a bond? I don't know. I don't know you guys. I don't know who you are. I know that you guys are going to tell me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods, but to me, it's what's on paper that matters, because that's how I get to know you guys, not what you tell me, because what you tell me is going to go in this year, it'll go out that year. Paper is what rules. I guess we'll start with you. You are Dewan White, right? Mr. White. So I guess go ahead and tell me, please.
Got a letter, and then I'll follow up if you understand.
For sure.
Yes, Judge, the state is asking for no bond on, he has a sheer number, a number of convictions, has PPI and a family member out of Jackson County. He also had a failure to clear out of Georgia. We don't feel comfortable setting a bond for Mr. White.
So he has, he has a case here as well.
Yes, Judge.
He picked up an unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon here.
That's correct, Judge.
And that's while the larceny was pending. The warrant was issued out September 23rd, 2023, and while he had this pending,
Whoa. So the warrant's been issued he's been out on the land for a year?
well, that's when the warrant was issued. I don't know if anything past that, but it was September of last year, and then he took the felon possession of a weapon for the duration, or while he was wanted for the initial arson. And the fact that he had a recent prior conviction a year before, and the fact that he has at least 6, but I didn't count, regarding similar offenses, is that we would be opposed to a bond.
Judge, if I may, so first, he does have a case in felony, $20,000 bond. He is waiting on a bond in this court, so he can post that bond. He's been in contact with his family. He's got the support of his girlfriend, his mother. He's never been given a bond here to go allow himself to turn himself in there. I would request that he be given that opportunity to do so. He's got a plan in place on how to do that and how to get to Georgia and reconcile what's going on over there.
So he's been on the lam. I mean, this case has been open since September 23.
Judge, I was just appointed on this. I don't know the specifics as to when the warrant was issued, as to what's happened in the meantime. I just know that there is an extradition request in place, and I would request that he be given the opportunity to.
Yeah, I'm just, if he's been on the lam for a year and a half, I'm not down with that, really.
He also had a bond for about 4 months prior to this warrant being issued out.
Bond forfeiture for what?
That was for case number
For here, one of our cases?
1629990. That's the person, the one that he was recently convicted on in 2022. So he bond forfeited on that one. 4 months before, he had a warrant out for this extradition.
Yeah, he also had you had another case from 2022. You took off at least 2 times on that case. How on earth do you think that I can trust you that you're going to go back when you have not, you just pled to another case not too long ago, and you took off at least 2 times on that case? Really? Sure.
No, that's not accurate. I was in jail, and when I did my time for being in jail, and they issued out a warrant, and I had no idea about the warrant, because when I went home to try and deal with the warrant, they told me that it was nothing that they could find, and they were.
I'm talking about you have a theft from a person from 2022, October. They issued at least 2 different warrants that I can see because you violated bond conditions on 2 separate occasions.
I was never on. I never got in custody for any of it. But as soon as it was time for me, like, to turn myself in, that's exactly what I did. When I learned about the warrant, I turned myself in.
Yeah, no, man, sorry.
Judge,
Can't,
is there any chance we can put this on the docket for Thursday so I can delve into the facts a little more?
For sure, you can, I'm happy to do it, right? What, Ricardo, I have no problem if you want to ever try to,
Okay.
show me something more, but I mean, at the end of the day, my only concern are 2 things: public safety, which is my most concern, and if you're gonna go. And from what I hear, all you got is a history of flight. It's what you do. You take flight on 3 different occasions. You know, actions speak louder than words. Really. I don't like to keep people in jail, but if you show me that you're going to be a public danger, maybe. Oh. Mr. Mitchell, let's talk about you. You're wanted for 2nd-degree murder or attempted 2nd-degree murder. What else was it, Mr. Kim?
And resisting an officer, Judge. Or resisting by flight, sorry. That's the act.
So, does he have any open cases here in Harris County?
The ACW out of.
Case was dismissed.
Yes.
He has a prohibited weapon case in the 179 gun with a $50,000 bond.
Oof.
I can give the court a little more information about Mr. Mitchell.
Okay, so of course.
I had an opportunity to speak with the court's law clerk in St. Landry Parish yesterday afternoon. She was communicating with Judge Mesh in that court. He was arrested and charged with this case last July. They had what they call a contradictory hearing where evidence was presented. This attempted murder charge, his lawyer in that case presented evidence that he was actually in Alexandria, Louisiana, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from where the charges stem. He was actually at a graduation ceremony. After that hearing, the judge released him on a PR bond, and he was never made contact with the court since then. It turns out the district attorney's office in that parish did in fact bill him by information with this attempted murder charge, attempted to serve him, but I confirmed with the clerk in that court that he actually never was served with the February 22nd, 2024 court date that he missed, which is why he's.
So why won't they lift the hold then? They should lift the hold.
I spoke with her. She said the judge would be willing to recall the warrant if he could get on Zoom with the Harris County Jail and present to him yesterday afternoon that he has a new court date. The jail said, we won't allow that. So then I offered to get the reset certified mail from them, take it to him, have him sign it, send it back. They said he's on a PR bond still. They want him extradited, but if we get a bond and he comes in.
2nd-degree murder, man. I'm
It's
not giving.
attempted murder, which is basically ag assault, Judge. Nobody was hit, nobody was killed. It's not a murder.
I don't know that.
What you saw was attempted murder. So nobody died, or it would be murder.
That doesn't make me feel better.
Well, I think there's a big
More.
difference between somebody dying and somebody not.
What if I can help you facilitate the Zoom hearing?
This right here is a critical courtroom moment. The judge is making it crystal clear. Your words mean nothing compared to your record. In legal terms, this is all about flight risk and public safety. And when someone has a history of running or multiple charges stacking up, getting a bond becomes an uphill battle. So here's the real question. If you were the judge, would you trust someone with this record to walk free again?
Would be great. And just so the court, just for the court's information, the judge has not revoked his bond. He's basically saying when he gets back to St. Landry Parish and gets properly served, he'll be released on his own recognizance again.
Let me help you set up the Zoom hearing.
That would be
Okay,
great.
I'm gonna do it because I think that I can.
Okay.
Okay,
And that's what the judge asked. He said if he is able to meet with him via Zoom, he will recall the warrant.
let me see if I can get that for you. Just give me a second. I don't feel comfortable giving someone a
Maybe we
bond
can
with
do
an
it in
attempted murder charge.
I understand. Maybe we can, if I can call the court now, I'll step out.
Try it.
And maybe they can.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay. Okay, you can.
Gentlemen, go ahead and follow that
I
way.
guess until they come back with the Zoom, so.
Okay, let me talk to, approach on the plea or what's the?
Oh, what are we doing?
This is the one you deferred.